To start building your own simple backyard watering setup, the very first thing you need to find is an old plastic soda or water bottle. Make sure to give it a really good rinse with warm water first so it is totally clean on the inside. When you are looking for a bottle, keep in mind that size is important here. The bigger the bottle you can find, the better it will be for your plants. A large bottle holds a lot more water, which means you will not have to walk out and refill it every single day. This is perfect if you like to go away for the weekend or just have a busy schedule. Once you have your clean bottle ready, grab a pair of sharp scissors or a utility knife. You want to cut the bottom part of the bottle, but there is a specific trick to it. Do not cut the bottom completely off. Instead, slice almost all the way around the base, but leave a tiny section, just a small fraction of the plastic, still attached at the edge. By leaving that little piece uncut, the bottom of the bottle stays connected. This lets the plastic piece work exactly like a little door hinge. You can swing it open easily whenever you need to pour fresh water inside, and then flip it shut afterward to keep out dirt, leaves, bugs, and to stop the sun from evaporating your water. The second thing you will need for this project is an intravenous kit, which most people just call an IV line. While you could technically find a used one to keep your costs at absolutely zero, it is a much better idea to buy a cheap, clean one instead. Used medical items can carry hidden germs and bacteria that you really do not want seeping into your soil or touching the vegetables you plan to eat later. A brand new IV kit costs very little and keeps your garden safe and healthy. Next, you need to connect your tubing to the bottle. Take the sharp plastic end of the IV line and push it right through the center of the bottle cap. If you see any gaps, you can wrap a bit of tape or put a drop of glue around the hole to seal it up. This ensures all the water travels exactly where it needs to go instead of leaking out the sides. Now that your bottle and tube are connected, it is time to set up the whole system right next to your plants. To make this work, gravity needs to help the water flow downward, so the bottle has to sit higher than the ground. Find a sturdy wooden stick, a bamboo stake, or a piece of plastic pipe and push it deep into the dirt next to your plant. Secure your upside-down water bottle tightly to the stick using some string tape or plastic ties. With the bottle securely standing in the air, flip open your handy bottom flap and fill the container to the top with water. The final step is where you get to control everything. Just like a nurse controls medicine in a hospital, you are going to control the water for your garden. Take the small rolling wheel on the IV tube and turn it slowly. Watch the bottom of the tube and adjust the wheel until you see a very slow, steady drip. This slow dripping works just like a professional watering system. It delivers moisture straight to the roots drop by drop, so no water is wasted. Your soil stays perfectly damp without ever getting muddy, and your plants will thrive with their new steady water supply.
You can build your own watering system that feeds moisture directly to the roots.
To start, you just need to get your plastic bottle ready. Any standard soda or juice bottle works great, though larger containers like a big 2-liter bottle or a gallon jug will hold more water and keep your plants watered for much longer. The most important part of this whole setup is the wick, which is what actually moves the water from the bottle into the dirt. For this part, you need a long piece of rope or a strip of fabric. While both can do the job, a good piece of rope usually works much better than a piece of cloth. To make sure the rope stays at the bottom of the bottle and does not float up as the water level drops, you need to tie a small, heavy object to one end. Fastening a metal bolt, a nut, or even a small rock to the end of the rope keeps it anchored. You need to get the bottle up on high ground so gravity can do its thing. If the bottle is just sitting flat on the ground at the exact same level as the plant, the water might not flow very well. Lifting the bottle up creates a natural downward slope for the rope to follow. You can easily do this by placing your bottle on top of a brick, a wooden block, or an upside-down flower pot. If you want, you can also tie the bottle securely to a sturdy stick or wooden stake pushed into the dirt right next to your plant. Raising the bottle just a few inches gives the system the exact boost it needs to work smoothly. Now all that is left to do is fill the bottle to the brim with water. Pretty quickly the rope will soak up the water and the moisture will slowly creep up and out of the bottle, traveling all the way down the cord. It will naturally pull the moisture out, creating a slow, steady release. It is a smart, simple way to save water, reuse old plastic, and keep your garden green with almost no extra effort. Start with an empty bottle. Take a sharp tool and carefully cut around the bottom of the bottle, but don't cut it all the way off. Leave a small section, maybe around 10%, still attached. This turns the bottom into a flap that can open and close like a lid. It makes refilling the bottle much easier later. Next, remove the bottle cap and attach a watering spike to the mouth of the bottle. These spikes are usually pointed and designed to control water flow. Screw it on tightly so there are no leaks. Once it is fixed, turn the bottle upside down so the spike is pointing down toward the soil. Now push the spike into the ground next to your plant. Press it in deep enough so the bottle can stand steady and doesn't fall over. Make sure it is straight so water flows properly. After that, open the flap you cut at the bottom and fill the bottle with water. Once it's full, close the flap again. You don't need to remove the spike or pull the bottle out every time you refill it. Most watering spikes have a small control valve on the side. You can adjust this valve to control how fast or slow the water drips. Turn it slowly until you see a steady drip rather than a fast flow. Each plant can be different, so you may need to adjust it depending on how much water it needs and how hot the weather is. This setup is useful because it gives you control. You can leave it running for hours or even a full day depending on your plant's needs, and the soil stays evenly moist without getting flooded. The second method is even simpler and doesn't require any special attachments. It only uses a plastic bottle and a small needle, like the kind used in medical syringes. Start by filling a clean plastic bottle with water while keeping the cap on. Once it is full, take a syringe needle and carefully push it through the side of the bottle near the bottom. The hole should be very small. The needle should stay fixed in place, acting like a tiny outlet for water. After setting this up, place a strong brick or something similar under the bottle. Then put the bottle on top of it near the plant. Raising the bottle slightly is important because it helps create better water pressure. Gravity helps push the water out slowly and evenly through the needle.